What's up, everybody? We're back. Welcome to the At What Cost channel. It's time for another monthly update. If you're new here, we're a group of rank and file UFC members dedicated to building a stronger, more democratic union from the ground up, all rank and file power. And we're going to go ahead and give an update for the month of May. We do these on the first Monday of every month. If you're not getting these, make sure to fill out the contact form and let us know if you prefer an email or a text message, and we'll get this out to you. If you happen to see it on one of our social media channels or you got it from a coworker, the way to make sure you get it yourself is by signing up on that contact form. May has been a crazy month in the UFCW for UFCW members, especially for us here in Local 8 and for our brothers and sisters up and down the West Coast. From contract battles to big changes at the international level, there's a lot to cover. This isn't just a news update, it's a call to action, because if we want real reform in our union, it starts with us right here and right now. So let's dive into the biggest thing on many of our minds, those contract negotiations with Safeway and Raley's. And guys, snail's pace is, putting it mildly. Like, our staff and our bargaining committees, they're pushing hard. Like I said, up and down the West Coast, they're trying to put some serious proposals on the table, but it's very clear that these companies are dragging their heels. We're hearing about them refusing to seriously address any of the major proposals, which include wages, benefits, retirement, the things that actually impact our lives. They've even canceled over half of the bargaining sessions for us up here in NorCal. That's not just frustrating, it's like a refusal to bargain in good faith, which is an unfair labor practice. So you'll notice and you'll hear from us that starting this week, up and down the West Coast, we haven't heard anything yet in Local 8, but from Local 3000 in Seattle all the way down to the Grocery Workers Rising Coalition, including the Local 8 Vaughn stores, will be holding their ULP strike votes this week, the first week of June. So they're preparing to send a strong message to the company, and I think it's time that the company starts listening. These are unfair labor practices, which if the strike votes pass, would give us the ability to go on an unfair labor practice strike. Like we've talked about in the past. If you haven't seen it, look up some of the previous content that we've done. But that's a very powerful tool for us as workers. It allows us to withhold our labor for a set period of time in response to the companies not bargaining in good faith. In that set period of time, our jobs are protected. When the strike ends, let's say it's 3-4 days, maybe somewhere around 4th of July, we get to go back to work. Our jobs are secure and protected, and the company goes back to the table with our union leadership and starts bargaining, hopefully in good faith. We've also got some big news that is rippling through the entire UFCW this month, and that is with regards to the international president, Mark Perone. He announced his retirement, and just like that, we've got a new international president, Milton Jones. He was selected, but how was he selected? That was by a secret committee, not really, of 55 members of the international board. It did not include the 1.2 million members of the UFCW. He was appointed by the international executive board, many of them who are have been there for a very long time, haven't had any elections recently to put them in power, and we have never had a direct election in the UFCW. The history of our leadership has never been selected by the rank and file members. So this is where groups like us, like At What Cost, and our allies at the Essential Workers for Democracy, we come in and we're shouting loud and clear that we need one member, one vote. We believe that every single member deserves an equal say in who leads our union. This is not a radical idea. This is called basic democracy. This month, the Essential Workers for Democracy actually hosted the first ever USFCW presidential candidate forum. It was a chance because we had found out that this appointment was coming. We wanted to open the door for any people that were interested in being a UFCW leader to come and speak directly to the membership for the first time. And surprisingly, or not, only one candidate, Todd Crosby, came and attended the event. He has been vocal about the need for reform and an organizing model. Listen to some of our previous videos to learn what an organizing model is. He showed up to talk about that. He comes out of Local 3000 and then was a international organizing director. So for UFCW International, he led the organizing, which is bringing non-unionized members into the UFCW. And he's been an advocate for the exact same things that we here talk about at What Cost: member power and member democracy. The current system where leaders are appointed and then just rubber stamped at our conventions years later, it needs to change. Our dues money and our voices need to actually determine who our leadership is. So how do we make that happen? It starts right here in our locals with us getting engaged. This month, we saw that in action. At What Cost members made their presence felt at the general membership meeting. So these are the quarterly meetings that happen 4 times a year in UFCW Local 8. We showed up, 12 of us, the most we've ever had. Our first meeting had 5, our second meeting had 9, and this meeting, our third one, had 12 people from different stores across our entire local, different companies. And while the official agenda was again very short, just 15 minutes, we extended the meeting by asking tough questions, especially about the leadership change and especially about our contract negotiations. And if you haven't seen our meeting recap, check some of the previous videos that we have there. You can get a detailed breakdown of how that meeting went. You can find it in the timestamps. We've also been holding our own in-person meetings, like our regular get-togethers that we have at Becca's Cafe. Now, these aren't just like coffee chats where we're just hanging out. We're actually talking about the things that we want to do to make our union stronger and better. These are strategy sessions. They're educational opportunities. Well, we've gone over pensions and 401ks. We've talked about ULP strikes versus economic strikes. It's an opportunity to get involved and help build a stronger union in person and build solidarity with the people that you work with every single day and meet some people at other stores. We also get to show support for a local business there at Becca's Cafe, which is cool. We keep holding meetings at Becca's Cafe. They've been awesome so far. That was our 5th meeting there. So we've officially held more meetings in person at Becca's Cafe than the UFCW holds in an entire year. I would question whether or not you think that's cool or not. But we're more than happy to help build solidarity in our union. We'll continue to do it. And if you would like to hold a local event in your area or at a restaurant or a gathering spot that you like to hang out in, like, please do it. Set it up. Let's get together. Let's hang out. This is all part of shifting from what we call a service model into where the service model is like a vending machine, right? Where you put your money into it and you press a button and you try to get something out of it in return for that, to an organizing model. And an organizing model puts the power back into the hands of the members. It means that we are the union. It means inviting members into every aspect of the union, from the bargaining table to the internal operations, deciding where we're going to spend our money, all the way down into the meetings down on the shop floor. And let's not forget, there's shop floor issues that are demanding our attention right now. We've got blatant wage theft occurring in Safeway NorCal that we've uncovered. We know it's a known issue. We have emails of support talking about it with each other and trying to push us off to labor relations. And we've been waiting for this for way too long. So we're going to start meeting in the parking lot. We're going to start talking about it. Word out on the street is that there's a national grievance that's been filed by the UFCW regarding this, and the rank and file members are demanding more information and more insight into what's going on with that national grievance. And we've received some direction from our reps that if we find any instance of wage theft happening on our wages, that we are to report that to them and they will file their own separate grievance. So at these parking lot meetings that we're going to be holding in your store, hopefully in your area, if you would like one, please call and let us know. We're going to be showing members how to check their hours, how to find out if they are missing a step wage, which is what's happening. People aren't getting their wages when they've worked the right number of hours to get a raise. Their wages are not being adjusted, so now they're beyond when they should have got a raise, and nobody's catching it until we catch it and call HR. So we need to all take a look at our hours and figure out what's going on. We've been told that we should get an answer now for 2 months. and nobody's gotten an answer yet. So the most recent update was hopefully a few weeks. Hopefully we get an answer in a few weeks. But in the meantime, we're going to be pushing that and finding out what's going on. If the company wants to disrespect us, I don't think that our union should be playing nice with that, especially when we're in extended contract negotiations where they're not coming to the table and showing us the respect we deserve. Now to find out that they've been stealing from us, that should be alarming to all of us, okay? May was an extremely packed month, but the work doesn't stop. Our next Discord meeting's coming up. It's going to be on Friday, June 6th at 9 p.m. You can go into the Discord server, hit the interested button. You'll get a reminder when that meeting goes live. We've been talking about moving the meetings to potentially Wednesdays at 8 o'clock to get more members involved. What's really important is that you add your voice to those meetings. We are going to have a meeting at Becca's Cafe again. We got it off of Father's Day. Father's Day is on the 15th, the third Sunday, so we pushed it back to the fourth Sunday. That's going to be on June 22nd at 1:30 p.m. at Becca's Cafe. Come and hang out at Becca's Cafe. Come talk to us. Come see what's going on. If you're being told by your union rep that this isn't something that you want to be a part of, come explore it yourself. Come see what's going on yourself. And then also we've got a group of us heading down to Oakland for a labor notes workshop. It's going to be held on June 14th. We're going to be picking up some education, knowledge, and information and bringing it back to the union members here at Local 8. But here's the most important part. You do not have to wait for an invitation from any of us. If there's something that you want to discuss, if there's something that you want to bring to the table, if there's something that you want to do as a group, do it. Nobody owns this movement. Nobody owns taking control of your union and fighting for better working conditions as a group. No one owns solidarity. It takes each and every one of us adding our voices to this movement, to this process. And the more we do that, the stronger this gets, the more it represents us as a group. And if you don't do it, know that there are people out there that are doing it. And if you disagree with them, they're going to move things in a direction you don't want to go in. So think about all of that. Think about what you want to add to the table, how you want to build on this worker solidarity that's going on. My brother Chris likes to remind me time and time again that everybody has something to bring to this table. Everybody has something to add to this conversation. Some of the simplest things you can do are just taking the link from this video and sharing it with some coworkers, because there are people out there that feel what is going on and they have ideas on how they can make it better and make a difference. And we as rank and filers need to find the best of those ideas and force our union to implement them. Look, this is all about building worker solidarity that the companies and, quite frankly, even our current union structure aren't prepared for. We're building power from the bottom up. It can feel like we don't have agency or control sometimes, especially in a local like Local 8. But seeing our sisters and brothers in other locals like 770, like 7, like 324, like 3000, they come together in this coordinated bargaining. They march on these bosses. They hold these picket rallies. It shows us what's possible. They have open bargaining where members can sit in on the bargaining table, and when these companies put out proposals, the local president looks to every member in that room and says, vote on whether you want this in your contract. That's something that we all deserve, and it's possible. The path to a stronger, more member-driven union is not easy. It requires us to be informed, to speak up, and to organize. But every conversation you have with a coworker, every meeting you attend, every small action you take, it all adds up. So I ask you right now, what are you waiting for? Join the Discord server. There's over 130 people in there, and it keeps growing. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. Share this video with your coworkers. Let's get the word out. The more of us who are informed and activated, the more power we have. This is our union. Let's make it work for us. We did it. Solidarity. We're under 15 minutes. This is at what cost. If you want to make a change in your union, all the links are in the description. Get involved. Call your rep. Tell them you're coming. Grocery workers rising across the West Coast. I see you in Local 700 now, Indiana. It's our time to make a big difference. UFCW is one of the largest unions in this country, and we're about to have a voice, and everybody's getting scared. Solidarity.